Something else that we want to talk about is Phil Spector. So Phil Spector recently passed away in prison, and the media coverage over his death was, to put it lightly, disheartening. And I saw a couple of headlines that were appropriate. And then I saw many headlines that were not appropriate for this. So Jillian, walk us through what happened here.
So same as you, I saw a lot of headlines that were fine, but I saw some that made my blood boil, to be quite honest with you. So in 2009, Phil Spector was convicted of murdering 40-year-old Lana Clarkson. Lana was an actress and Phil was a music producer. They met at the House of Blues in Los Angeles one night, went back to Phil's house where he shot and killed her. He tried to claim that she had killed herself, but the jury didn't buy that, and nor did, honestly, most people. And he was convicted in 2009 and was serving a 19 years to life in prison sentence. And just a couple weeks ago, like you said, he passed away while in jail. Some reports said that it was natural causes. Others say he contracted COVID-19. Whatever the case, a lot of the media coverage, and especially on Twitter, was less than desirable. And some examples, Rolling Stone tweeted, quote, Phil Spector, the famed wall of sound producer and architect of some of pop music's most enduring songs, whose legacy was marred by a murder conviction, has died at the age of 80. So what is your take on, what do you think when you hear that?
Yeah, blood boil is a good way to put it. When you say marred, that is similar to being branded, and nobody voluntarily gets branded. That's something that you bring upon yourself. And so I think that they are, just with the Molly Tibbetts case, I'm talking about the family and respect for the family. Where is the respect here for the victim?
Right.
None.
How are you marred by a murder conviction? It just trivializes it. And it's just like an aside that they put in there after they raved about, calling him a famed producer, an architect of some of pop music's most enduring songs. While all of that might be true, you can't just throw in that his legacy was marred by a murder conviction. I don't know. It just, I saw that and it didn't sit right with me. And I even, read the article attached to it. And I still feel like they just fawned over him, way too much. And that the murder conviction, and it's not even a murder conviction. It's what he did. I mean, he took the life of somebody else, and your legacy isn't marred by that. That's just, it's infuriating.
Trial by media is a whole big thing. And, they are able to paint a picture that is completely different from the picture that's happening in the courtroom. And it's unfortunate. In this case, they really got it wrong. And I hope that people were going after Rolling Stone and BBC and saying, what the heck?
Yeah, well, so BBC's tweets read, talented but flawed producer Phil Spector dies aged 81. So they didn't even mention the fact that he had killed anybody. They called him talented but flawed. I mean, that's not a flaw. Killing somebody is not a flaw. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just like, I don't know. It was very bizarre. Now, they did later apologize because there was a lot of backlash for that headline, and they changed it to pop producer jailed for murder dies at 81, which is better. But, again, it was just like those two examples specifically. I saw that and was like, what? That is not okay.